What is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of our Aston Villa Club and Country career mode. And we've got to start this episode off playing a game up against Newcastle, and we're hoping we can come out with a good result. And also, we've also put in a few offers for a few new players, so you have to wait and see the different players that we went in for. But we can jump straight into this game up against Newcastle, and we're hoping we come out with a win. As you see here, this is going to be the team we are going to be rocking for this game. We're going to have up top, we're going to have Charlie Austin, Sterling, Bonlahor. Then we're going to have Barkley, Delph and Cleverley, and then Lowton, Moore, Baker, Richardson, and Ben Amos is going to be making its debut for the club. Obviously, we've also now decided that we want to go in for John Ruddy, because he is probably the best goalkeeper we possibly go in for, apart from Rob Green. But Rob Green's already 36 years old, and we don't want to be going in for a goalkeeper that age. Got a good chance of Gabriel Bonlahor here, running down the wing. He's going to cut inside expertly. He's going to try the finesse. He does it, but it just goes over the bar. Tim Krul at full stretch. I'm not sure whether he thought it was going over, but it just went over the bar, and we get a good chance early on in the game to take the lead. For Newcastle, they hit it, and Ryan Taylor puts it over the bar, so we're very thankful there that their centre-back had the best chance of the game, as he puts the ball straight over the bar, and Ben Amos isn't troubled in his first game for the club. Another good chance, and they put it wide again. This time, Ayote actually puts the ball wide of the post, and they've had two good chances right early on in this game, and they've missed both of them, thankfully for us. Good chance here for Fabian Delph. He's going to try the shot. He shoots, but it gets a good block, and Tim Krul has a pretty easy save in the end. But we are showing signs that we can do well in this league, because I think the squad we're building is pretty decent. Obviously, it needs lots and lots of improvement. I would like to bring in Danny Welbeck as soon as I possibly can, because I think he would be a crucial player for the club. And also, maybe, obviously, we need to bring in a special goalkeeper, which obviously is going to be Ruddy. And we also need to look at maybe trying to strengthen up the back line a little bit more than what it already is. Chance for Ross Barkley. He's going to cut inside, but a fantastic challenge from Stephen Taylor. But we are going to get the corner. We're going to take a short corner, and we're going to try and whip it in the box through Ross Barkley. He's going to try and find a big man in the middle. We find him. It gets a good block. It comes to Fabian Delph, and he doesn't have time to basically react to the situation, but he was actually standing in an offside position anyway. Good chance for Newcastle to whip the ball across, and Cisse slots the ball into the empty net. Ben Amos couldn't get across quick enough, and it was a really good ball across, and Newcastle's number 9 scores a crucial goal for them to put them 1-0 up away from home. And unfortunately, we've got a mountain to climb with a good ball played across to Cisse, and Papi Cisse does not miss from there. Good chance here with Gabby. Gabby's going to cut inside on his favourite right foot. He hits it. We get the deflection, and Gabby gets very lucky there, as his shot, I think, was on target, but I do think Tim Krul probably would have saved it. But Gabriel Bonlahor hits it. It gets a deflection and finds its way into the back of the net. So we're instantly back on level terms. Skill from Raheem Sterling. He's going to cut inside, he shoots, but once again Stephen Taylor playing very well in this game, as he cuts out yet again another good chance for us. But I think we can now have the momentum, and I think we should probably go ahead and win this game now. Oh, what a fantastic save from Tim Krul. Charlie Austin plays a good ball through to Gabriel Bonlahor. Gabby hits it first time, and as you see here, lovely save from Tim Krul at full stretch to deny Gabriel Bonlahor picking up his second in the game, and his second for the club. But we whip the ball in the box, it comes in, but Tim Krul picks it, then gets cleared off the line, so we do come extremely close. Ross Barkley picks up the ball, Ross Barkley hits it, and once again Ryan Taylor getting in the way to block the shot. Chance for Newcastle, they play the ball through, and Ben Amos makes a fantastic save there as he keeps us in the game, and our new signing with the orange gingery hair makes a fantastic save, and thankfully we are still in the game. Sinclair's in some space at the far post. We find Sinclair, and Sinclair's got it all to do, but he should be able to cut inside past Taylor, which he does fantastically. He tries to take on his player, but Fabian Delph picks up the ball, plays the ball to Austin. Austin's going to hit it from range. He hits it with the outside of his boot, but Krul makes the save, and it looks like we're still going to be denied our first win at Aston Villa with another draw, unless we can make something work from this, as Charlie Austin picks up the ball, but Anita depossesses him, and Charlie Austin doesn't seem to be performing as of yet, because he hasn't yet scored. So that's the game. Gabriel Bonlahor, in fact, did actually pick up an 8 rating. Sterling picked up a 6.3. Ben Amos, fantastic performance from him, picking up an 8 rating. So I'm very pleased with how Ben Amos played, but we're still going to have to look at replacing him. So as you see here, we get some more emails back. John Flanagan, they say they're not interested in letting him go because they're not interested in Bakuna, so that's fair enough. Maybe we'll try and offload Alan Hudson plus 500k to try and bring in John Flanagan. Norwich say that they're not interested in letting Nathan Redmond go either, because it's not enough money, and they're not interested in that. So maybe maybe let another player go. Andreas Weimann plus 1.5 million to see if that will convince him, because I think Nathan Redmond could be a real crucial player to bring in. Spurs rejected the bid for Eric Dijk, who's only recently joined the club, which is fair enough. Derby say they want 3.5 million plus Andreas Weimann for Will Hughes, which I think might be a little bit too a hefty thumb, unless we try and completely do this. Tom Cleverley plus around about 1.2 million to try and bring in Will Hughes. If not, Cleverley will stay at the club, so I'm not actually looking to sell him or get rid of him. Kieran Trippier has only recently joined the club as well, so we can't buy him. Jordan Ibe is a player that I would like to bring in, to be honest. I think he's a really good player, so maybe 2 million, a straight off 2 million bid to see if they will accept that one. Whether they do or not, we have to wait and see. Norwich, this is the one we need. They want 3.3 million plus Vlar, which is not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is Hutton plus 4 million to see if that will finally convince them. That might do. We have to wait and see. Chelsea say that they don't want to let Gary Cahill go. Manchester United have accepted our bid of 3.5 million plus Ron Vlaar for Phil Jones. So this could be a brilliant deal if we could bring this on. Especially a player of Phil Jones' quality. He has got quite a good potential as well. So he will be partnering probably Baker, and he'll probably take over the captain's armband as well. Also, they don't want to let Chris Smalling go. In my actual opinion, I would prefer to buy Smalling rather than Jones. But if we have to go for Jones, that's fair enough. He's 2 years younger as well. Also, Spurs, Andrews Townsend don't want to let go. So we'll offer Andreas Weimann plus 1.35 million. See if that will convince them for the 23-year-old English right mid, who can also play left mid as well. So he's a pretty decent player to have in the squad. Jay Rodriguez, a player that you guys wanted me to try and get. They don't want to let go. So maybe 3.25 million plus Weimann. That might be a little bit of a hefty sum. We'll have to wait and see. James Ward-Prowse, 11.8, so we're just not going to be able to pull that off. Tyus Browning, we are going to bring in because I only want 0 for him. So what I'm going to do with Tyus Browning, I'm going to bring him in and then send him out on a short loan, because some of you guys did actually say he has got like a potential glitch. So if you send him out on loan and then wait for him to come back, I think his potential does go up. So we'll have to wait and see about that. And Luke O'Neill, they only want 600,000 for, so maybe we'll offer 325. I'm not sure, but this guy in the Portsmouth career mode is like 85 rated. So I'm not sure whether that's because he's a glitched player, or whether it's because he just wants to, whether he's actually got good potential. So they say they want 475,000 for Luke O'Neill, so maybe we'll offer 425, maybe that'll convince them. We've also got a few more transfers come in. Everton have accepted the 0 bid for Tyus Browning, which is good to see, and he will be a sporadic first team player. He's only 20 years of age, and I think he has got quite good potential. Liverpool have accepted the John Flanagan 500k plus Alan Hutton, so we will try and bring him in, as he will be a squad rotation player. But in actual fact, he might actually be starting for us. Norwich say that they're not interested in letting Nathan Redmond go because they're not interested in Weimann. So 2.5 million plus Weimann, even though they say they're not that interested. Wait and see. Derby say they will accept Will Hughes plus 1.2 million for Tom Cleverley. So maybe we might pull this one off. I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not sure whether Will Hughes will be able to fill the boots of Tom Cleverley. Liverpool say they want 3.9 million for Jordan Ibe, which just is not going to happen. So 2 million plus Andreas Weimann, actually Bakuna, and that might convince them. If not, we'll have to offer maybe Jaws Okore, because that will probably convince them. Eventually, we can bring in John Ruddy. Thankfully, they have accepted the bid, so John Ruddy, the 27-year-old keeper, will probably be joining the club as soon as he accepts his contract. Phil Jones has accepted his contract, so maybe we'll bring him in. We're not 100% sure yet, but Chris Smalling's said he doesn't want to come. Andrews Townsend wants 4.8, and Jay Rodriguez is still not interested in letting him go. So maybe if we offer a straight 4 million bid for Andros, maybe that'll convince them. If not, we'll have to give up on Andros Townsend for the time being. And that looks like that could be pretty much it for the moment, because this guy's not going to accept whatever, or Southampton aren't accepting. And I will now go ahead and accept Phil Jones into the club. So fantastic deal for us here, as Phil Jones joins on a 3.5 million plus Ron Vlaar deal. And we'll have to wait and see what his rating is, and I'm hoping it's going to be quite high. I see there he's a 78 rated centre back. He looks pretty decent. He can also play right back, so he looks a very good signing for us there, and that's probably our best signing so far, along with Raheem Sterling. So the contract offer has been accepted for Tyus Browning, which is good to see. So he'll come in. We're going to go ahead and put him straight on the loan list, see if we can take him out. Also, John Ruddy has joined the club, which is fantastic news, as we've now signed a world-class goalkeeper. And this is the thing: do I sign Will Hughes or not? We'll have to wait and see. Also, they've declined the bid because John Flanagan wants a bigger squad role, which is fair enough. I will offer him a maybe important first team player because he wants to play first team football, which I suppose is fair enough. Transfer offer was accepted for Nathan Redmond as well, so that's good to see. Maybe we can actually bring him in instead of Andros Townsend because he's probably going to be cheaper on the wage budget, and also he's not going to cost us as much as what Townsend won. Will Hughes, obviously we're not sure yet, and the good news is that Jordan Ibe has also accepted, so I think I would actually prefer Jordan Ibe to signing Nathan Redmond, because I think he's probably a player that I would more likely use. And also, let's see there, John Ruddy has also joined the club. They've also accepted the bid for Andros Townsend, but whether I want to spend that much on him, I'm not sure yet. He will be an important first team player if he does come in, but who do I take out? I don't take out Sterling. So I have to wait and see. Jay Rodriguez, I want 5.5, so that's a little bit too much for what I'm liking. Also, John Ruddy has also joined the club anyway, so they can't go to them. And a new signing has arrived in the likes of Phil Jones, which is good to see. So the contract offer has now been accepted for both John Flanagan, for Jordan Ibe and for Andros Townsend. John Flanagan is going to be a player that I will accept into the club, so John Flanagan has joined the club. And also the next player I would like to join, I'm not going to go ahead and try and bring in Andros Townsend. What I'm going to try and do is bring in this guy here. Jordan Ibe has joined the club, and thankfully we now look like a very decent squad. Whether we go in and try and sign Will Hughes, I'm not sure yet. We're going to jump into our next game here up against Liverpool, which is going to be our second and final game of the episode. As you see there, Jordan Henderson is a player that I'd love to bring into the squad, but obviously he's too expensive at this moment in time. But the squad we are going to be going with in this game is going to be Ruddy in goal. We're going to have Phil Jones. Obviously, the players making their debuts are going to be Flanagan, Ruddy and Phil Jones. So they're all going to be making their debuts. So we've strengthened up the back line hugely. As you see there, Ruddy's in goal. Flanagan is also starting at the left back position. Phil Jones is a 78 rated player now, so he's one of our best players. We've also got Austin, Sterling and Agbonlahor up top, Ross Barkley, Fabian Delph and Cleverley filling in the midfield, and hopefully we can pick up a very historic win up against Liverpool. Good chance there for Liverpool as Benteke, our former player, actually hits the post from the header, and we do get let off the hook there right in the early stage of the game. But I would actually realise that there's so many players playing against their former clubs here, because we've got players. We've got Flanagan's that's playing, we've got Jordan Ibe that's sitting on the bench, and we've also got Raheem Sterling, and they've got Christian Benteke. So there's 4 players playing against their former clubs, 3 players that we've brought from Liverpool, and we've also got Christian Benteke playing against us as well. But that's going to be half time. Not much happened in the first half, but hopefully more can happen in the second half, as Raheem Sterling can hopefully pick up a goal against his former. Good chance Fabian Delph plays the ball out wide to Agbonlahor. Agbonlahor hits it. It's a good block from Amr Khan, and Agbonlahor in all actual fact should be hitting the target from there. But we're going to take the short corner and we're going to try and find the guy on the edge of the box. It is going to be Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley's going to try the finesse round the goalkeeper, but it's an awful effort, and I think we've got to start doing a lot better than what we are. Chance for Ross Barkley, it comes in, but it gets cleared. It comes out to Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph's going to hit it from range if he gets a chance, but it's a good challenge from Joe Allen. But we get the ball back, it comes to Gabby. Gabby's going to hit it, he hits it, and it goes into the back of the net. And Gabby Agbonlahor picks up yet another goal for the club. And yet again, he uses pace to outwit the defender and uses power and accuracy on the strike to beat Brad Jones in the Liverpool net. Unsurprising why he's starting. I'm not sure why. Simon Mignolet should be playing, but I'm not complaining. It was a fantastic ball to him, as he does very well to pick up the ball. He skips the ball past a few players and fires the ball into the back of the net, leaving Brad Jones no chance, as Gabby Agbonlahor picks up his second goal for the club so far this season. So we're going to make some substitutions now. We're going to actually, in fact, take off Charlie Austin. Sterling's going to go up top, and Jordan Ibe is going to come on the wing instead of Charlie Austin. Agbonlahor's going to switch to the right, and also we're going to bring on Nathaniel Chalobah instead of Tom Cleverley to try and give a little bit more security, because Nathaniel Chalobah is more of a defensive-minded midfielder. Fantastic save there from Ruddy. I thought that was going out, but it actually it got deflection and it looped up in the air, and thankfully John Ruddy, on top of his toes, does very well there to keep that one out, and hopefully we can keep a clean sheet in his first game for the club. We've got to win this header. It gets clear, it comes out to Emre Can, comes out to Skirtle, Skirtle to Benteke, Benteke across the ball, and we do then thankfully get the ball clear, and we see Jordan Ibe on his own at the back. He's going to cut inside, he's going to play the ball to Ross Barkley. We're going to try and pick up our second goal for the club. We find Fabian Delph on the far side. He's going to hit it, and it just goes wide of the post, and we could live to regret that there, as we should have really put that chance away. Good chance for Jordan Ibe. He's going to try and cut inside. He does do. He tries to finesse. It comes across. Raheem Sterling hits it. It comes to Jones, and it goes into the back of the net. So we end up winning the game 2-0, and the game didn't actually get given to Raheem Sterling. We did come very unlucky there. I think it's an own goal from Jones. For some reason, he slides in and puts the ball into his own net, but Raheem Sterling should have actually put that away straight away, but I'm not complaining. We picked up our second goal, a little bit lucky for that in that aspect, but we picked up the 3 points and a very, very good victory against Liverpool, and I was very pleased to beat them at Anfield. And I see there Gabi Abon-Lahore picking up a very good rating, and I'm very pleased to see that Ruddy picks up man of the match on his debut. That's going to be it for this episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it's going to be very, very much appreciated. And I really do hope to see you next time very, very soon for the next episode of the Watford Career Mode. Thank you. Bye-bye.